Mo Salah again getting a goal, even though it was slightly deflected. Me and you, Cass, we're talking about, it's 8 o'clock, isn't it? And all of a sudden I've just lost all my energy. Talking earlier on about, even though it was a deflected goal, it was everything that he did in the build-up of that. It just looks like everything is falling to him at the moment. It's like he's playing a different game.
I think when you're confident and you've got the class that Salah's got, you're going to play like you're playing now. And the big thing for me with Salah is his goal against Manchester City and goal against Watford. He showed that he can go on his right. So if you're a defender, I remember defenders used to say, when a player can go both left and right, it's undefendable when you've got the speed, acceleration like Salah. And yesterday just showed defenders are scared to get tight to him. He cuts inside, shoots, he gets deflected, but he's in unstoppable form. And I don't know how people can't put him as the best player in the world at the moment.
Naby Keita had a bit of a mixed game, scored an absolute banger, a real ready 20-yard volley. Hasn't scored much this season. I think 2 goals this season. They've both been just brilliant goals, like very attractive goals. But then gets hooked at half-time.
Yeah, because it's not enough, is it? And it shows how much of a big manager Jurgen Klopp is. I mean, we talk about Solskjaer, he probably would have kept him on because he scored a worldie, but Klopp's seen that you're not pressing properly. For the Griezmann goal, Felix just runs past you easily. If you're in there with Henderson and Milner, you're meant to be the one with the most legs out of the 3 of them, and you're not doing your job properly, so you're coming off. I don't care about your goal. I've got Firmino, Mane and Salah that can score them goals, Robertson, Trent Arnold, so you've got to do more.
On the more, because I thought that's a big moment at half-time, because they were suffering towards the end of the first half, Gabby, yesterday. And you always look to your manager, don't you? You always think, right, what solution? And okay, takes off Naby Keita, but he also makes slighter changes to the team. They get closer to Atletico, and I think in some strange way that he knew that unless they defended far better, that they were going to lose that game. Because I thought at half time there's only one winner, it's going to be Atletico, and yet they found a way, and that's what Liverpool have been doing. That's over half a season they've gone of winning games, or not been beaten.
That's what I feel that shows top managers. If we just said about Solskjaer, I probably would have kept it like that. Keita scored a great goal, I can't take him off now. But Klopp's seen that players weren't getting tight to him, to midfielders. The midfielders yesterday didn't really get about the pitch as much. The centre halves, they weren't picking up Felix, they weren't picking up Griezmann, they weren't getting tight to them. So he did make changes, and you could see that when they come out in the second half, they were getting tighter to the Atletico team, and then Liverpool find a way, don't they? And what a hard place to go and play football, by the way.
Well, it's quite weird because when I support Liverpool, okay? A lot of people get the ump when I mention it, but it's my club. I've always supported, and I've always said King Kenny. They talk about World Player of the Year, and I say, well, King Kenny. Anyone who gets past Kenny is going to be one hell of a player. And I always think, now I feel like it's Super King Mo, who's come about, because even being put along that sort of calibre of player, that's a statement in itself, because Kenny was up there, one of the legends of all time in Division 1 football in England.
Yeah, and I think that's what I said to the guys outside, that if I'm Mo Salah now, I want £1 more than the highest paid player in the Premier League. You don't give it me, I'll go somewhere that will give it me, because I'm that important to Liverpool at the moment that without me in that team, I don't think Liverpool have got a chance to win the league, a chance to win the Champions League. I think Mo Salah's that good, that important to Liverpool. Pay me what I deserve to be paid.
Okay, I'll throw a different question at you then. If the team worked really well for him and he functions brilliantly, he's got Trent behind him and creating every chance and getting assists, and this team does work for him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Quite clearly. Moving elsewhere where you think the grass is greener and you might get more money, you might not play as well. Is that a fair argument, Gabby?
Yeah, definitely the team plays to his strengths, but if you're Mo Salah, you're 30 now. Is he 30?
He's 29,
Yeah, 29, 30. So he might want a new change. He might want to go and play in Spain. He might want to play in Italy. He might try a different league. So if I'm Mo Salah, I'm thinking, you know what? I deserve to be paid what I deserve.
So, okay, well, let's go Kevin De Bruyne then.
Yep.
So he stayed at City. When he was in this position, he signed a new deal. And
More money,
yes, but still in relatively European terms behind some of the biggest players in Europe. So is it a case that De Bruyne thinks he can win a lot more, even though he's going to still get paid a king's ransom?
Yeah, but I think De Bruyne's probably thinking, you know what, I've been here how many years, haven't won the Champions League yet with Manchester City. Maybe he wants to win that before he tries a different league out. But I just see Mo Salah is that important. I mean, he's the best player in the world. I don't know how people can even put Lewandowski in the same bracket. Mo Salah doing it in the biggest league in the world, the hardest league in the world, a lot harder than the German league. And if I'm him, I want to be paid exactly what I deserve. If Ronaldo's on £500,000 a week, I want 501,000 because I'm that important to my team.
Let's give you some of those numbers then. So the reports are that Salah's on £200,000 a week, and you can compare that to Kevin De Bruyne, who brokered his own deal, didn't he, without an agent. So that's £380,000 a week. Grealish is on £300,000 a week. Van Dijk's on 220,000 a week as well. So he's on 20 more than Salah too. So at some point, I mean, tell me about these guys are on a lot of money, and and it's almost like, do they need more? But is it sometimes a bit of an ego dent as
100%. And as a player, you want to be paid what you feel you deserve. It don't matter if Salah's on 200, he'll see the likes of De Bruyne 380. He'll be like, at the moment I'm a better player than De Bruyne, and I add more to my team than De Bruyne does to Man City. Pay me what I deserve, because they know it's a short career. When he retires, Mo Salah, you might want to go and build 300 hospitals in Egypt, help his people in Egypt. Do you know what I mean? So he might want to use the money for them reasons. Mo Salah don't look like the sort of guy that wants to go out and buy 15 Bugattis. He's going to get all this money to try and help people, and he wants to get paid what he deserves, and that's what I think he deserves, definitely, to be the most highest paid player in the Premier League.
Is that what you do, Bugatti?
Yeah. No, I'll get one.
Get one Bugatti.
not 30.
Let's get it right. Liverpool are going to find him a contract that's going to be a record deal for Liverpool. Yeah. They will do that. It's whether they'll go to the excesses of beyond.
If you're Liverpool, though, would you, as a Liverpool fan, would you think, if we lose him, who are we going to put in there? Would you be worried about?
Well, you trust in the recruitment team, and look,
who's out there?
Well, you would have said that when Mo joined the club. Loads of people when he joined Liverpool would have thought Mo Salah didn't really work out at Chelsea for him. Goes to Italy. It's a difficult one because it changes the whole dynamics of wage structures of football clubs.
I wouldn't want to, because it was also not just the kind of dynamics in terms of pay and all that sort of stuff, but also the dynamic and the balance within that team too, with how much they've come through. Because you feel like with someone like a manager like Jurgen Klopp, it's quite personal, isn't it? There's a lot more sort of personal.
You see with Wijnaldum, didn't you? He wanted to be up there with the top paid players. I said, go on, off you go, mate. You're not getting it. Well. But I just feel that Salah, if you lose him, then who are you going to bring in to replace him? What's it going to cost you to replace Salah?
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.